Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Stargate Timekeepers. This is Season 1, Episode 4, or Mission 4, entitled Crossfire. This sees us planted right in the middle of some sort of civil war, and our scrappy SG team has to get out alive.
After saving the newborns from the ceremony of fire, the Hactal Resistance continues its guerrilla struggle against Moloc. When some of their warriors are captured, they fear the discovery of their group and its sanctuary. Stargate Command joins the Resistance on their mission to free the prisoners from their holding cells in Moloc's domain. As the operation begins, a battle breaks out around them. With their comrades cut off by multiple enemy lines, Eva and Max must once again work together to save the operation. Currently on Stargate Timekeepers.
The infants are safe. We are ready to depart.
They took our sisters.
This is unprecedented. How can we justify numbers like that?
This mission is crucial, sir. We've got to free these prisoners.
If Moloc makes them speak, he will find Hactil. This is McCain. Moving in on the targets. Over.
Break! Incoming bandits!
Kull Warriors, this isn't Moloc.
They're attacking the target.
Abort! Move to the rally point.
Unable. We're surrounded. They've opened fire.
Bolton, report in. Atta, come in. Do you read me? Repeat, all units, this is Colonel McCain. Do you read me? Over.
Colonel McCain. This is Major Bolton. Read you, Lima Charlie. Over.
Bolton, what's your status? Over.
I'm on the ground. We fell when the cliff collapsed.
I saw. Are you with Atta?
Yeah, I can see her. She looks unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, I can see both of you. We should take Atta somewhere safe. There are hostiles throughout the area. We need to regroup and head to the closest rally point.
Is that the cave?
Correct. She'll be safer there.
What about the other units? Have you heard anything?
Nothing yet. We can assess the situation at the rally point. If another unit needs our help, we can find our way to their location. Let's move.
Sure thing. I've got a tar. She's not waking up, but she's breathing.
So here we go for Mission 4.
Her pulse is steady.
Any critical injuries?
Timekeepers,
Well, none
all
that I
cool
can
stuff.
see.
Our first thing we have to do is
She
rescue
seems
Atta.
stable, just
Now, we've got two people. We've
cold
got
as
Max
ice.
and we've got
Okay,
Eva.
let's
A bit
get
of
her
a
to
love
shelter.
interest going on. We've just stunned that armoured warrior right there, that Kull Warrior. And while he's
We'll go.
dazzled, dazed, bemused, we've just moved to the other side of that rock. He's none the wiser. Typically, what's happened there is that Atta was hidden behind some wreckage anyway. We've moved people all out of line of sight. And as you can see, that boulder is very
Let's move.
nicely blocking that Jaffa's line of sight there as well. So we should be able to sneak past
Affirmative.
without the other warrior seeing us, if we're so inclined, and I think we can do that quite easily. Okay,
Roger.
here we go. Now with Max carrying Atta, he can't crouch or anything like that, so typically he can be seen, so cover is really important.
Got it.
What we're going to do, using our crouch mode, is come and take out those other Jaffa, using stealth as much as we possibly can, so that
Right
Max
on
and
it.
Atta can get through this one particular area. The other Kull armoured warrior, that's not an option. We're going to use our trusty stun grenade, I think, as long as we can get a good line of sight so we can throw it. Can't use any of the other disruptors. There you go. There goes
Oscar Mike.
stun grenade. All we're going to do here is tie them up. No one's going to come down here and look. There's no point wasting time in moving
Affirmative.
them anywhere. Right, okay, we've got Max. We're going to get to the corner of that cliff face. And think about how on earth we're going to take out the other Jaffa who are looking directly at that one particular area. The good news of this is that we can probably do that just with Colonel Eva.
Roger.
Now the Jaffa Warriors are keeping
Let's move.
watch.
Hey.
But we're going to go and take them out. Right, so we are going to crouch and get over to that one particular corner. We're going to put a tar down so we can use Max. We'll come back for her in a minute. He's crouching, so he'll get round to that cliff face.
Let's try something else.
And hopefully get a decent line of sight and then throw another stun grenade out. Now this is story mode. You have unlimited grenades,
I'm
unlimited
listening.
bullets. A little bit like cheating, but to be fair, you get to experience the story. This game is exceptionally hard.
Right on it.
Right, they're all stunned. We can get over there, tie them up and subdue them.
Now you're talking.
I don't think anything else is going to come down this way, but there
Go
are
ahead.
drones on this level. So just in case, this is my
Got
first playthrough, what we're going to do is we're just going to dump them round the corner. And then we're going to go back
Shoot.
for a tar.
Here we go.
Roger. Let's move. Right on it.
Got an idea?
What is it?
Right, so now we've stashed the bodies, it's time to get on our merry way and move on through and take out some of the other Jaffa that are on their way. Now, this level is utterly vast, and if you have a good look around, you can see things like Stargates and what have you. There's the model for the Stargate. All cool stuff. You got pipes with that lovely Naquadah glow on them. Roving Jaffa.
We'll go.
Right, so
Do we know what's
picked
going
up
on
our people.
here?
I think
We've
we just
moved
walked right
the
into someone
bodies.
else's battle. A
Time to get
coincidence.
cracking. So
You
we've got
think
a
so?
down
It has to be.
our
I don't think an
glider,
invader
and
would
we've
want us
got
on the
a
same
help.
battlefield.
Yeah,
Question mark
guess
there,
so.
who's going to give us an idea of a new skill set we can use in this level.
Affirmative.
Now the Jaffa, who are having a sort of civil war up above, they're not going to pay any attention to us, so don't pay any attention to them. Just be concerned of what's happening on the level where you are. Now this is all about recon drones. This is new in episode 4. And here's the thing. These are a right pain, but they follow a set programmed path, and it's quite
Let's
easy
move.
to negotiate around them. But drones are a thing, and you can't lure them, you can't distract them, you can't blind them.
Affirmative.
Energy
you doing,
weapons,
Wilson?
yes.
I'm all right.
Come on to that a little bit
I'm
later.
amazed we survived.
So typically
the
what
fall.
I'm going to do is
Yeah, I saw it
hide
happen.
from the drone as it goes
Had me
around on
worried.
its set path.
I hope Atana's all
You
right.
see its
I
cone?
think she will be. We just need to get her safe.
They're going to get behind that rock.
Let's move.
It turns around and then sweeps its gaze
Here we go.
around. So we're going to make sure we can move quite quickly and dynamically.
We'll go.
Using the terrain
Oscar
as
Mike.
a blocker.
Right on it.
As it comes
What's
back
with the
round,
Kull?
down towards those
Is Anova's
two
back?
rocks,
I don't
we can
recognize
move
the
around
marks on
and
these
upwards.
Jaffa. And they're here fighting Moloc.
At least this
A
is how I
system
did it
word
anyway.
We don't know about.
Could be
And
someone
we're
new.
off. We're past
An
that
upstart
warrior,
trying
facing
to
the wrong
fill
way.
the vacuum.
Good job. And on to the next section. More drones. Now the secondary drones we have here, a little bit more trickier. Different path. But when you look at it and take a look at the path of the drone, it's quite simple to work out. Though you are going to have to move slightly. and be a bit nimble. So here he comes. As soon as he turns around, we're going to follow him back up and hide behind that rock.
Roger.
Right, we're off. He's
Sure
about
thing.
to turn around.
Let's
Here we
move.
go. 2, 1, right, we're going.
Right on
We're
it.
going to follow him. Not too close,
Oscar
not too
Mike.
far.
Ata could have frozen to death out here.
We're
Who
going to
knows
hide
how
by
many
the rock on
others
the
are
left,
stranded?
because the cone, we
This
know, does
operation
not
is a disaster.
scan that area.
We didn't know what was gonna happen.
We're supposed to be prepared for
Right, and we're
contingencies
off
like
in the
this.
past. Dead
Now
easy.
we've got casualties,
Tricky when you don't
lost
know
ships, and no
You could
progress
say, well,
on
I
the
didn't
mission.
know that,
Maybe
but now I do.
things will turn around.
Into this
Yeah.
bush for a little bit of cover.
We still have to try.
Now here, we're going to use a method that Max has, which is to attract Jaffa and enemies towards you. A little bit of whistling, right? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to pop a tire down, and we're going to work on attracting the Jaffa
Sure
directly
thing.
to us. By using the Max whistle ability, he'll whistle.
Yes?
It'll attract everybody in the radius. People will come over. We'll give them a good pasting. Hide him in a bush. People will be none the wiser. So here he is. There's the whistle. Someone comes across. Here we go.
What was that? False alarm.
Lob a stun grenade. Somebody else comes over.
Affirmative.
I did try firing machine guns, but that wasn't going to happen. But I think another stun grenade
Roger.
might work. As soon as somebody else comes over, we can get 3 here. Zap. Now,
Got
if
it.
we're cunning enough,
Need something?
we can
Let's
sort
go.
this out. Now, I did attract the attention of the other Jaffa.
No problem.
Right? Even though these people are bound on the floor, he can't see them. And we're going to use a good old sniper shot and just take that Charlie out. Piown. Deader. Brown bread. That's what he's going to be.
Let's move. Bolton?
Done. Fire.
I saw a warrior
Dead.
with the mark
And
of
we can
Ball.
move.
He was
straight
with the
through,
Kull.
and we're
Oh.
into the cave.
Does he lead
And
the
that's
call
what it's
now?
all about.
It's
That way then,
possible. Anubis
Ata,
is
our
gone,
Jaffa,
and someone had to
can
take
get
them.
the medical help
They're
she
powerful weapons.
needs. And then it's
But
on to the
it's
next part
not
of the
Ball's
mission.
mark on
Because
all
when you
of these
think
Jaffa,
you're through this,
right?
oh,
No,
this game isn't
maybe
so
this
bad.
other lord is in league with Ball.
It throws even more challenges at
Right
you.
on it.
There's an armoured
Here
Jaffa
we
just
go.
down there, but he can't see us, even though we're going to get into our base, our little medical facility, and crack on that way. We'll go via the bush, just in case. And here ensues a cutscene.
All right, let's go and bring our other guys back here.
Yes, ma'am. As they say, a minute spent saving an old airman's a month saved training their replacement.
Who says that?
Parker, the old general.
I really hope that's a misquotation. We'll go.
So as it mentions, it's all now time to go and get SG team members. Now, there's 2 in this particular area, and this can be quite tricky. We've got a drone just out of screenshot. We've got patrolling Jaffa and overlapping Jaffa lines of sight. We're going to have to remain hidden and use all the team members that we have. You can see there's our SG team member, injured, lying behind that bit of, which looks like to be gold shuttle wreckage. So what we're going to do here, we're going to get a grenade on the go, pop a grenade over the wall, that's going to zap him, and we're going to move. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He's not looking, so we're going to have to remain crouched. We'll wait for him to move on his 5-second journey now back over to that piece of wreckage, and then we'll pop a grenade over and use Max to go and take him out. So, Eva's going to throw the grenade. Pow, this is tactical mode. Press T on the keyboard. That's going to take him out. Easy. And then we'll use
Here we go.
Max to get over. And this is a good way of linking up all your movements. A great thing in this sort of game. It's you to sort of like plan your movements out there. When you're ready, press execute.
Oscar Mike.
They've been zapped. You can pacify them.
Let's go.
You can rotate the camera if you can't see that one particular Jaffa. And then we can move over to the top bit of wreckage that is glowing, pulsating,
Now you're talking.
as it were. You can knock that down, and that's how we're going to rescue those SG team members.
Let's try something else.
Nice and easy. And we'll be out of the view of that drone down there or any of the Jaffa that are knocking about. So we're going to push
No
that
problem.
down just by moving over it and putting the shift, the hand icon. That will fall over. And we'll
Here we go.
Let's pick him up.
Sure thing.
Then we can click directly on the cave, getting
Let's
back to the
move.
medical cave. And we can use Colonel Eva then to go and get the other fella.
Excuse me?
Nice and easy. And that's the rescue mission, effectively.
Roger.
As long as we're crouched, no one's going to get us. Now, moving on through this part of the game is quite simple, just to creep past. You're not going to
Right
get
on it.
seen, and you're going to pick up the wounded SG member. Get them back to the cave. That's then going to unlock another part of this particular mission. Just when you think you're done, and you've done all your objectives, more objectives keep popping in. And this goes a completely different way,
Got it.
this story, than what I thought it was going to.
Have we got enough supplies?
The stories are great. They're quintessential Stargate
Hey! Stop
SG-1
right there!
stories.
Drop your
Obviously,
weapon!
without the SG-1,
No sudden
it's
moves!
another SG team. It's not all SG-1, you know.
What the hell? Should he be handling that thing?
He's our drone operator, Dr. Derek Harper.
Ah, only the cream of the crop in your team. You all right there, Trooper?
Oh. Did I?
You're safe, Harper. What happened to you?
I was... Wait. We must save her!
Save who? Where?
We need to hurry! She's in danger!
I think he might be delirious.
Quit it, Max. Harper, slow down. Can you lead us to her?
Yes, this way!
Are we really doing this? I think Harper here needs to see a medic.
We need to help everyone we can while there's still time. Lead the way, Harper.
All right, let's see where this takes us.
So now we've got a new protagonist, Derek. Derek's a bit of a tech. He's our doctor and resident SG scientist.
Of course.
And he controls a plethora of drones. So what he can do is when confronted by drones like this that we saw just south where we rescued the other SG members, he can capture them, he can distract them, he can waylay them, he can hack them. So a really powerful and important character. Combat-wise, useless. As useless as a wet sandwich.
Maybe something
You're not going
else?
to want it. But for the tech, hacking consoles and all the rest of it and stunning
be
people,
serious.
it's a more subtler use than a stun grenade. Really is quite good.
I'm on
So
my
again,
way.
we're playing through in story mode. Sometimes though, it's not about the technology solution. It's about just sneaking
Of course.
past and making sure you're not seen. And that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to sneak in past. When the view swishes this way, we're going to zoom that way. And we're going to get down to a point where we can see the other Jaffa just on the other side. Now, what I didn't know right here was that I could have sent that drone down to disable all those Jaffa. All I had to do was click number 3 to hack the drone, and I could have just sent it on its merry way.
Got it.
But I was still learning the game, and I didn't know that. But I'll demonstrate that a little bit later on in this video.
Yes.
But we can do it the traditional way and just lob a grenade over, and then give them a good beating, tie them up. The drone's not going to see them. Everyone's going to be a winner. And that rock is covering the view quite nicely. Okay then, so here we are. We've got Derek across. Now we've got to get to the other two protagonists, Max and Eva across.
Oscar Mike.
Wait till he swishes, and then we're just going to scoot past, no problem, without being detected. Here we go. It's going to swish, and we're going to swoosh right out of the way. Alright, great stuff. He nearly saw us, but we got past it. So like I said, I could have used the drone and driven the drone over, stood it right next to him, blown it up, and that would have been great. So that's something that you may want to do in the future. At the moment, however, I didn't know about that, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, lob a grenade over or do something like that, and away we go. So there she is. There's the old stun grenade. Pre-move, we can actually get a grenade out. Of course, we've got to have line of sight. There's no point doing anything else like the cartridges or anything else like that. We're just going to have to do something a bit funky. One thing I did notice with Derek is that some of the drone aspect of things have only got a certain area, and quite a small area as well, which is quite interesting. This drone, for example, makes a sound. Actually, it
I
goes
can
like
see why you're
"Putt,"
so obsessed with
that
drones.
sort of thing, and
I'm not
distracts
obsessed.
people.
It's a
No good, really,
healthy
over here, because they're just going to
interest.
look that way, and no good for me. You activate the drone by clicking on it. Job done. They've looked, nobody else has paid the blindest bit of interest. So that method didn't work.
Got an idea?
Do you need me?
There you go. We can hit everybody. We just throw the stun grenade over there. Lob it
Will do.
over.
Affirmative.
They're all zapped. We've seen this 100 times in this game already. Everyone can
I'll
get
try.
over and do some tying up of Jaffa who have fallen. And once they're all tied up, we can get on our merry way and down
Hey,
towards our next
Doctor.
challenge.
Are we
Nothing
helping?
much
I'm
left
not
in this
certain, but I
area.
know where she
Worthwhile
is.
rotating
We must not
the
delay.
camera, however,
All right,
and
all
hiding
right.
behind a
We'll
rock.
get there.
In the next section, there's 4 or 5 Jaffa there, and a good vantage
on my way.
point as well. Now I am going to use a drone here from Derek, and I send a drone over and get those 2 Jaffa officers, and then I'm going to use good old sniping methods and a stun method as well, just to get rid of them and to get on to the next phase, because it's the easiest way of doing it. I suppose really in this game, once you get 3 characters like this, then you can start to use all their abilities and chain them together to your advantage, and use tactical mode to do
Yes.
something like that as well, which is certainly going to help. And then once you've got all your moves in tactical mode, you can then carry them out, and just watch your cunning plan unfold. So we're going to hide behind that rock where that question mark
Let's
is.
move.
Nice and easy. There we go. Let's access the help. Derek can use a shock drone to stun enemies. Press 2, then left mouse button to deploy the drone, or you can use the menu at the bottom with the mouse, and to record a drone if you want to by clicking the button. So, Derek, it's all on you. You can get a drone out and no one will pay the blindest bit of attention to it. Something a bit strange, and the shock drone will shock both those Jaffa troopers right there, which means I've then got to take out the other ones. Sometimes it's just good enough to go loud with the machine gun and use conventional weapons. It's not always all about stealth. So everyone's tied up. Fantastic. We're going to go and get the other guys. I mean, they're brown bread dead, so they're not going to wake up anytime soon. We could just dump them out the way just for completeness, and then once we've done that, we can move on our merry way. And there's a handy bush there as well to dump your bodies in, and we've been doing that all the way through this campaign. We've been dumping bodies in bushes, we've been throwing them off ravines.
Never seen anything like them.
They're my own handiwork.
This next section is going to have a few drones in it as well, and
I put these ones together.
Cool.
we're going to get into the habit
Mind
of
if I try 'em
controlling
out?
the drone, hacking a drone as well.
Later.
So it's quite
You
simple,
don't share
this
your
next
toys, huh?
side of things, but you know, everything's simple when you know how. Right, let's move our protagonists into the next section.
Let's go.
Right
up
on
to
it.
this area. Now here you can see we've got
Oscar
a couple
Mike.
of bushes and a couple of Jaffa as well, and a drone. This is the drone I'm talking about. Quite simple to get past this. There's one really good place you can be. Make sure you're crouched to avoid the drone's gaze, or its scans, and the
No
Jaffa's
problem.
scans as well. And it's all about timing. As this Jaffa comes down on his 5-second stint, wait for him to turn around and move up. Once you move up and the drone's not looking, you can go and hide yourself in a bush. And the bush you want is the one right next to that question.
Here we go.
Wait for Jafar to come down. Then he lingers for 5 seconds.
Roger.
And we can follow him back
Now
up
you're talking.
and get on
Will
with
do.
things. Right, ease
Affirmative.
off. We're moving. When you first play this, it's all about the caution. And what I found as well, right, was that sometimes it pays not to be too cautious. So it's there if you want. As that drone comes over, you want him right up into the top corner of this little sort of alcove or cul-de-sac of rocks. And then with that, what we can do is we can hack the drone. Now, the healer hijacker, you can use it to heal other people as well. So if any of your characters are taking a couple of side swipes, side hits, you can use this drone to heal people, not just hack them. So it's good if you've had a couple of runs in with Jafar, you don't want to restart the game and all that sort of thing, you can just heal people up. So it's really handy to have. And as it says here, you can do an explosive attack as well. So we're going to go and wait for that drone to come over, and then we're going to send it off on its merry way to attack some Jafar. Of course, they won't suspect it until it effectively blows up in their face. So, here we go. That's the hack. We're going to have to get Derek right up in the corner, so when the drone's there, he can do something. You see, it's not turned white. That symbol has got to turn white. Now it should do. And we've missed it. We'll wait for him to come back. It's not long to wait though. But you can see that little symbol where it's red turned white. When it turns white, you can hack that drone.
I'll try.
Right, here we go. Here he comes. We're right in the corner. It's turned white. Boom. We've got the option to hack it. Now it's not hacked yet. We've planted the hack. To activate the hack, You guessed it, you can click on the icon and then send it on its merry way. Now, you may want it to go as far as you possibly can, depending on where you want it to go. We'll just park it right by this unsuspecting Jaffa.
Got it.
Ease down. Cool. Now that leaves us
Let's
with
move.
this Jaffa over here to do. That's going to be pretty much straightforward.
Got
Here
it.
come the rest of them to see what's going on. That was in their line of sight. As they all come down, we can just drop a nice grenade on them. There you go.
We'll
Ease
go.
down. Someone else is going to come over now, which means I'm going to drop another grenade on them. But I'm in story mode, it doesn't really matter. Here they come. They're going to come and investigate.
Right on it.
Pow. He's alerted, but there's nobody left, to be perfectly honest with you. So I've made a bit of a mistake here, but it's not going to make the blindest bit of difference. We're just going to zap them, tie them up, leave them there. Because no one's going to come down here, and we're nearly at the rescue point for Derreks Rescue Mission.
She's just up here. I hope we're not too late.
Don't worry, Doc. We can do this.
I hope so.
Roger.
Plenty of bushes to hide him. One Jafar left. There's easy to take him out. He's not too heavily armoured. We should be able to get him with a sniper shot, or even just get Eva up. Effectively just take him out. And then it's off into the next section of the game, which we've got by here, which is, again, a little bit of a challenge, but nothing too difficult. That's where we've got to get. There's our Jafar.
Right on it.
Nothing else knocking around. Good. Right. Eva's in position in the bush. You can see his
Here we go.
cone of sight vision. Give him a hit.
I'm on my way.
Ease down. Tie him up.
Go
and then we
ahead.
can move on to the rescue point.
There
That's
she is.
Derreks Rescue Mission.
She's completely
Part
unharmed.
of this mission.
Thriving even.
Right, we can
So
get out of our
resilient.
bush and up to the rescue.
Wait. Did we just save a plant?
Yes. Isn't she remarkable?
Well, there's another daring rescue from my biography.
Harper, how could this possibly be worth risking our lives to save?
I think this species is undocumented, ma'am. This could be our only chance to acquire a specimen.
I can't believe. Do you really think that's a valid justification?
Is it not?
Okay. We don't have time for this. We've got to try and salvage this operation.
So, what's next?
We need to enter the facility and release the prisoners. Harper will open the cells.
Gonna steal the keys, Doc?
That won't be necessary. I've got what I need to hack into their system. Once we find a terminal, of course.
Once we've done that, we need to get everyone to the extraction point and get off this planet. Harper, that rescue was unacceptable. You misled us and put our lives in danger. This is a serious breach.
I didn't mislead you, Colonel.
You did. We thought we were aiding a person in danger. You said we must save her.
Yeah, you're right. That was misleading. I'm not certain this is a female. It may not even be a dioecious species. I was rash to make that identification.
That's not... Okay. We'll come back to this later. Let's move.
Sure thing.
Got it.
Right, we've rescued the plant. We've disabled all the Jafar in that part of the area into
I
a
sure
more
hope that
Jafar
thing was worth a
futuristic
formal
industrial
reprimand, my
part of the
friend.
game.
This
is
thing,
effectively
as you call
Phase
it,
4
might be my great
of
contribution
Crossfire
to the corpus of
Stargate
scientific knowledge.
Timekeepers
Oh,
mission
great.
number 4.
I think it would look kind of nice.
We're
in
going
my
to crouch
digs.
and move in. We're going to have to use everybody's abilities to get us through here as well. This is quite
Affirmative.
lengthy. Each one of these missions tends to run for about 50 minutes to an hour, which coincidentally is about how long the SG-1 TV series episodes ran for. So that's a really good time as well, I think, to play a game. It is quite lengthy. Every time you think you've got through an objective, it gives you another one. So this objective is to free the prisoners. Now again, we've got a couple of Jaffa with overlapping lines of sight. So we're going to have to get people and use a distractor drone so they look the other way while we can move around and get past them. It's not always about blowing things up, throwing grenades. Sometimes just sneaking past is good enough. We don't need to destroy everybody in this game. So, we can see where they're looking. We can't get past because those two Jaffa are looking right straight past that other officer. We've got one just up the way, so we can't use any bullets. So we have to get past those boxes, get Derrek close enough, use a distraction, and then sneak past as they're looking the other way. Right, here we go. We're still not close enough, but it's Derrek is the one we want.
Got it.
Distractor. There you go. We can put them there so they turn around, and then we can sneaky beaky, as quiet as sly foxes,
Right on it.
sneak past them. Here we go. Right, so we're behind the boxes. They can't see us. We're going to trigger the drone. They are distracted, and we're past. Easy peasy. That's all there is to it. They're none the wiser, and we're past. Got to be careful that one Jaffa on the right hand side.
I'll try.
I was hoping a lot of these guys would be out there fighting.
Someone's got to hold the fort.
Even if we open the cells, we'll need to get the prisoners past the guards.
There might be something in the control system we can use. I can look once I have access.
Now, as you can see, there's quite a few overlapping sight lines here. If we crouch, they won't be able to see us. That guy over there, however, he needs to be taken down. And pretty quick.
We'll go.
So we're going to get Derrek's drone out, hover him over that Jaffa by those crates, trigger the drone, shock him, get an SG team member over there. That'll take him out. Everyone will be a winner. Then, once he's taken out,
we'll go.
We can move on. So, right, there's two have been taken out there now, right? So we should be able to get over there and tie him up without being detected. Then we can hide. Now, it's not worked out particularly fantastic for us, but I think we can also stun him again when he's like he doesn't think anything's wrong. Off he goes on his merry way. He'll come over. Fortunately, he'll be in the vague section of the Jaffa's sightline. Here he comes.
No problem.
Here we are. That knocks him out. We'll tie him up. And it's the other one we can take out then. Move them over, because they're all crouched up. Eva's taken those two out. Nothing suspicious. Nothing to see here. Don't think that one's quite going to do it, to be perfectly honest. But we can move right up to the edge of his sight line as well.
I'm on my way.
That's the strange thing about it. This is a very heavy drone usage mission. And using a distraction drone, he'll look one way And we'll be able to sneak just past his line of sight. So I think that's quite the good way of doing it. We're just on the edge. No one can see us.
Got it.
Over to
Right
Derek. Distractor drone. Over to
Here we
one
go.
side so he can't see anybody. We've also got a shock drone that didn't actually go off. He's distracted. We can move Derek and the others over to one side. Nice and easy. No problems there. Now, this guy, he's going to be a bit of a problem. But not so much. You know, we're already past the peripheral vision of the other Jaffa. So you can see where he's looking. We can sneak right up there. Use another drone. Take him out. Grenade. Whatever. It makes no difference to us.
I'll try.
Can take him out. So we're going to have to move a little bit closer.
Affirmative.
Keeping crouched down so we can then get another drone out.
Sure thing.
Now no one's going to see us there. We're crouched, we're hidden.
course.
There goes the shock drone. Let's move a more combat orientated soldier over. Trigger the drone, he's zapped. We tie him up, no one can see him. Good stuff. Good bit of distraction and also a good bit of electric shock treatment.
I'm listening.
So, as this seems to be the drone mission, it's all on Derek. So we can use a drone. That Jaffa who's strolling about, when he strolls about, is going to come right close to the other two. Perfect for a drone strike. We can have a drone hovering there. We can electrocute them both. No one's going to make the blindest bit of difference. And we can move on. So, here we go. Here comes the Jaffa. Let's get the drone over there. Set the drone off. Trigger the drone.
Got it.
Our people into position. Now, if you don't want a drone to go off, or you want to recall a drone, you can press cancel when controlling Derek. Here comes our boy. Move him over.
No problem.
Zap. Pow. Everyone's zapped. No one's played the blindest bit of notice. Tie them all up, and we can walk straight on by. They're absorbed in what they're doing with that one piece of machinery.
Will do.
We could let that off if we wanted to. There's absolutely no need. We can just walk straight past them. Everyone's tied up.
Let's move.
Let's move.
Waiting orders.
So here we are, we're strolling on by, and we're coming up to our first console that we can manipulate as Derek. Derek can hack into everything. He's quite the handy thing to do, just obviously not with a machine gun. There's a crane. That drops on top of that Jaffa.
Right on it.
We're going to let a grenade off. We're going to tie all these people up. The furthest one away first, so we can move away as that other Jaffa is coming up the causeway.
Let's try something else.
And now we can hide.
Really?
Because he's going to get his in a minute. Right, here he comes. We can take him out.
Got it.
You could take him out with any energy-based weapon, because he's armoured. There you
Oscar
go.
Mike.
I'm ready. I'll try.
I made a mistake and had a bit of damage. Nothing I can't handle, though. I can disable him and then tie him up. I can move the rest of the team up. They won't get detected. Now, because Eva is on 1 health, I can use one of these drones to help her out. So there's the healer drone. So we're going to select Eva with the healer drone. And then once we've done that, we're going to select her. And then once we've selected her, we're going to activate the drone. It'll go green around her. And she'll get full health. Fantastic, isn't it? All good
Sure
stuff.
thing.
Right, we're coming up to the complex now, where the SG teams are being held. So there's 2 Jaffa, one that we can see, and one just under the lip of the building, which if you haven't rotated the map, you're not going to see. This can be quite easily done. You guessed it. It can be done with grenades, it can be done with snipers, it can be done with anything. We're going to get a drone out, because no one can see us. We're going to send a drone over. That's going to zap the armored Jaffa. Once he's zapped, we're going to snipe the other guy. He's going to be brown bread dead. Job done. So there's the sniping. We're going to go into tactical mode. We're going to snipe that fella.
Let's hear it.
Pew, like that.
No problem.
And then we can use a flashbang, for example. Just take him out. Might be easier and quicker.
Let's move.
Execute. Max stands up, shoots him, and then the grenade goes off. We disable the guy on the floor. Move people around just in case anyone comes looking, but they're not going to come looking.
Oscar
We've
Mike.
seen them looking by now. Drop people off. And we're into the final section of this particular mission. 46 minutes in. And this is how long it's taken. In fact, to record this, it took double the amount of time as well for trialing error and finding the right way of how to do things. Right, okay, here we are about to go in. Everyone's been tied up. You can hide by here. Couple of Jaffa, all the SG teams are in laser cages. So a few we can take out straight away. Lots of places where we can hide. Now the idea is to get in here, manipulate the console. That will raise an alarm.
Hello.
All the Jaffa will run off. We can open the gates and we can get to our extraction point. Dead simple. That's all there is to it. All about timing and all about using the right mission person for the right job.
I'll try.
So we're going to move people up. As it stands, the Jaffa that's just round the corner is quite, well, stupidly placed from a guard point of view, but it's good for us because no one's looking directly at him. No one's got clear line of sight. So we can use a shock drone. My new favourite toy, really. We all want a shock drone now for Christmas.
Roger.
On that armoured Jaffa. Here we go. As soon as he goes past,
go ahead.
We're going to trigger it.
Negative.
We're going to move Eva into the area. We're going to disable him. We're going to tie him up. Job done. Pick him up.
You can't be serious.
Go away, out the way. Easy peasy. Now, the jailbreak really begins. Right, so that Jaffa has been moved. We've moved Max up. We're going to make sure we're all crouched. Eva's not crouched. She can be seen, so we're going to make sure we crouch her.
Awaiting orders.
That could have gone horribly wrong.
We'll go.
Another Jaffa to take out, and we can sneak past then to where the control center is in the top left-hand side of the screen.
Right on it.
Right, here we go.
Me?
Here comes the Jaffa walking around. If we're cunning, we could potentially take 2 people out.
Will do.
We don't need to take out everybody.
Got it.
So that's one person down. He's coming over there to inspect what's going on.
Excuse me?
You've got another drone there just in case. Zap, he's down. Right, we can get over there, tie him up. Best use that combat person just in case. Now we can sneak past the other officers.
Of course.
Officers. Jaffa officers. Because they can't see us. All we gotta do is see who's coming down the corridor. They can't see us. As long as we're crouched, we're okay. Now we could take other people out. That's just gonna exasperate the problem. It's unnecessary risk. There's the guy. He's going to turn around. He's coming over.
Got an idea?
We can zap him if we want to. He's
I'm ready.
zapped. We can tie him up. Just makes our life a little bit easier.
What is it?
Right, tied up. Let's move the team into the next section. This is where we're going to get to the control panel. There's a Jaffa there. He's easy enough to take out.
What's that
Over to the
noise
control panel, and
Basically,
here's the set scene
all hands
sequence
on
at
deck.
the end of the mission.
Nice work, Harper.
All units, this is Colonel McCain. Mission accomplished. Repeat, mission accomplished. We're moving to the extraction point.
Ready to fly, Colonel.
Copy. Stand by for clearance.
We're moving out. Get on board.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Harper. You did a great job today. After everything that happened, you helped save the mission.
Oh, it was nothing, Colonel.
But if you mislead me again like you did today, there'll be hell to pay.
It won't happen again, ma'am.